The New Orleans Saints are coming off a bye, and they put their 2-game winning streak on the line against the Los Angeles Rams, who lost on Sunday Night Football in Week 12 and are looking to bounce back. My name is Tyler, here with my brother Ryan, and we're going to break down this Week 13 matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and New Orleans Saints. But before we do that, we do have a goal of getting to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the calendar year. And so if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, leave a like and a comment. Let us know who you think will win this game and why. So, Ryan, Saints fired Dennis Allen, and then they win 2 games in a row. He clearly was the problem. They are going to be playoff bound here because they're just going to keep on winning all the games. But no, they beat my Atlanta Falcons in a game. Admittedly, I think we all admit like Falcons kind of gave that one away with several missed field goals and turnovers. Then they beat a Cleveland team as well in a pretty hand fashion. It was close, and then they pulled away at the end. Going up against this Los Angeles Rams team coming off a bye, and the Rams had a tough loss, kind of like a tough beating, I would say, against a very physical Philadelphia Eagles team. I'm very curious to see how they match up against them because the Saints still are dealing with a bunch of injuries, but hopefully this bye week can help improve the offensive line. And we've seen what this offense can do when the offensive line is healthy, but also too, their receiving room was fully healthy as well. But this Rams team, though, I think it's going to want one, like they're still in the playoff hunt, definitely still within the division hunt as well. And going to be looking to take advantage of a weaker Saints team. What do you think both teams have to do to come out victorious in this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, so I think the Rams coming into this matchup, if they can definitely take advantage, I think, of some of these matchups on the outside. Paulson Adebo, I believe, is out for the season. Marshawn Lattimore was traded away. So this secondary is very banged up. This defensive front is good. It's just aging. Like Cam Jordan, I think, is he in mid to late 30s almost?
He's up there. He's up there. I think it was 2011 that he was drafted.
Yeah, and so this defense is good. They're well coached. Just lacking, I think, a little bit of like true star power. And I definitely think you look at Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Matt Stafford. This offensive line is struggling a little bit right now, but I think that they can definitely take advantage of those matchups with their receivers and get the ball, get a lot of yards after catch and get the ball in the open field. And then I think defensively, probably the best part of this team right now is this pass rush. Braden Fisk has 5 sacks in the last 5 games. Jared Verse, when he decleated Jordan Mailata last night, that was crazy. Just the amount of power that he has.
Well, and I think that's the thing. Like everybody knows Saquon Barkley's stats and the performance that he had on the field, and he had those 2 big touchdown breakaway runs in the second half. But like that to me though, like you see that clip, like that's overshadowing. His performance is overshadowing how insane that performance was. Malata's like what 360 or something like that. Like
I don't know if he's that big, but he's 330, like 325. Yeah, but that to me, I think is just a really like formidable front for this Rams team. This secondary is a little bit weaker, but we'll kind of see how those matchups play out on the outside because I believe Chris Olave is out for this one still.
I believe he's still on IR. I'll double check.
Yeah,
he is on.
He's on IR until December 15th.
Yeah, so he's out.
And so he's not going to be here. And so like that is going to be interesting how those wide receiver corner matchups play out on that side. But I just am kind of leaning towards the Rams on both sides of the ball right now, just with the veteran experience of Stafford and the health of their receivers right now. And then also this defensive front, I think, is just going to be able to control that game on when the Saints have the ball. So it's just going to be a really interesting matchup. The Saints, this offensive line has actually played decently well this year. And then defensively, I think they started out really well, but injuries have kind of knocked them down a few notches.
Yeah, and so the Saints offensive line has played decently well?
I believe so, yeah.
Well, so when healthy, yes.
Yeah.
The issue is, though, like you have Eric McCoy that's been out, for example. And now I believe he even came back in the Cleveland game. I had to go back and double check. But he missed some time. Like that was when they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. He got hurt in that game. And that was almost like the kind of crescendo of like all of these just major crazy injuries that has been coming out. And so – but just like with anything, though, if your offensive line goes, it's so hard for you to be successful in this league. And even with everything, like those first 2 games, they were fully healthy and they come out super explosive as well. And now looking back on it, those against the Panthers team that with the poor defense and the Cowboys team, which also seemed like their defense is overrated as well. But still, he'll put up 45 points against any NFL offense is highly impressive. But then they started to get those injuries, and then Chris Olave was getting hurt. Rashid Shaheed has his season-ending injury as well. Taysom Hill even got hurt. I think Taysom Hill even broke his ribs or had fractured his ribs or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but so that took time to heal and for it to come back. Defensively, they've had some major injuries, like Paulson Debo broke his femur, which is absolutely wild. And so I hope he's doing okay. So you just start listing off all of these things, and it's just how can an NFL team be successful? And then I think also too, we talked about all that. It does seem like there were some head coaching problems as well going on with Dennis Allen. So they were just like, we got to cut the cord here now. So
Yeah.
It's funny too. Then you just kind of go and look at maybe you could say like how dysfunctional the an organization can get if it's not has the right leadership up top. Then on the flip side, look at how successful a team like the Los Angeles Rams can be when you have the right head coach and just the right philosophy. Because these guys have drafted so well over the past couple of years. They made the right trades, which got them a Super Bowl also too, and then a Hall of Fame quarterback. And now you have a Hall of Fame receiver, potential Hall of Fame receiver. I have to go back and look at his stats, but probably so. And then as soon as he leaves, which is coming up soon here, Puka Nacua is going to fill that step. Fill that.
They will need to get a wide receiver too behind him because I believe Demarcus Robinson is he'll be 30 or 31 at the end of the year. So like the clock is running out on those two, but still, it's just they don't seem to have a problem drafting that talent.
Great talent in day two. Shoot, I mean, like Steve Avila, Byron Young, Puka Nacua. There's other guys that I'm absolutely
Braden Fisk is a second-round pick.
Fisk, Jada Verse. You know, there's guys that I'm missing absolutely. They would have loved to take Cole Strange, but your Patriots took him.
I know.
Yeah, so
about 3 rounds too early.
But and that's why I think when coming into this game, just looking at it, just in general, I think just the Rams team is just talent-wise, I think just better. They're healthier, I think, as of the moment. They're getting – I know there wasn't the best offensive line performance against Philadelphia, but they're getting better. Not a lot of teams are going to have good offensive performances against that defensive line in Philadelphia. So I'm going to go with the Rams here in this one. I think that they'll be able to kind of torch their secondary. I think they're going to have a good balanced run attack as well, and I think they're going to come out with the victory here.
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams also. I just feel like they're the better team. And also coaching staff wise, I trust Sean McVay over an interim head coach so much more to put together a good game plan.
Yeah.
So I just think all the cards are kind of falling in favor of the Rams right now. So let's go ahead. Let's wrap this one up here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. That is the best way to help out the channel. While you're down there, go ahead and leave a comment on who you think is going to come out ahead. Will it be the Los Angeles Rams? Will it be the New Orleans Saints? And then we'll see you guys next time.